I'm gonna try and get the I-4 running. I'm gonna start by putting a starter on it. Ooh. These do go in, but you gotta hold your mouth right. Haha, come on. Why ain't it going in? I expected that to fit. It don't fit. I don't care how you. Are you sure the freaking starters will fit? Okay, I got the starter on. I had to pull this one bolt off and I had to swing it over that way to slide in, but I did get it in. There's two reasons why it won't run: gas and spark, and if I get gas and spark fixed, it should run just fine. I'm gonna pull a Magneto. Yeah, some guys try and turn it with the timing marks and stuff. There's an easier way of doing that. I checked it out to see where number 1 top center is by pulling you see, by pulling the valve cover, because it's got no wires. Okay, this is like a clock, and this is the center of the clock. We're turned over a bit. So this is the number 1 cylinder right here. I think we're a bit late on our timing actually, but the cap needs to line up. I turn it to the 130 position on the Magneto. I like to do it the same. You just put it's actually at the 3 o'clock. It's good enough. So I gotta just make sure it's on the 3 o'clock position when I put it back. That's all I need to do, is make sure this rotor's on the 3 o'clock position when it's back, and it's gotta be right. So I gotta pull the mag off and make sure it's back on the at the 3 o'clock position, and it should be in time. That's all you gotta do. Gotta pull the carburetor off and hook the choke rod. See that? Ooh. There we go. Choke rod's off. Choke is seized up. I'm gonna have to work that. And then, ooh, that's no good. I need a line wrench. This is slightly rounded, and hopefully the line wrench does the trick. Oh, could always count on that happening. What did I do with my 5/8? Did I bring a 5/8? Better get a 5/8. There it come off. Oh, I see. Line's twisting off in here. Well, it's okay. I'll get this loosened up. This would be a perfect spot for an inline filter. See, they got a line and they got a rubber hose in between on here. So that'd be just the absolute perfect place to put an inline. And that's what we'll do, I think. Oh, look at that. I think I better take the whole gas line off. It's all full of dirt and rust and crap. I think an inline's gonna go in there. I think that'd save a lot of headache. Now, for the carburetor, I'll pull the governor rod off, which takes these two screws here. The inner one's kind of a pain in the ass, but it's doable. Yeah, it's gonna come. There we go. Yeah, I'll get her the rest of the way from here. This inner one's a pain in the ass I get first. And not a lot of room to maneuver is the thing. Tight right to the last thread because it's a little rusty. That's always a pain in the ass. Okay, that one's off. Now this one, all things being equal, should come easier, and it does. Oh, I gotta use the open end most of the way, but at least I could take a swing at it. Yeah, now we should have a loose carburetor, and they do. Okay, I got the Magneto in the stand. I'm only gonna hook one wire up, and that's to the coil for now. We'll see if we get and spark at the coil first, and then we'll check the whole thing, and if we're not, I'll have to file the points perhaps. Nothing there. I better actually slow it down. Not a bit of spark anywhere. So if that's the case, we'll give the points a quick filing. I'll turn the Magneto. That way you can see what I'm doing. Pull the distributor cap off. Pull the rotor off. I need to get a screwdriver and I'll pull this here. You don't want to disassemble this. This gearbox is timed. So pull these 3 screws out and your pointer in behind these 3 screws. I should change the gasket here. I think I got some. Ooh. This Magneto's had moisture in it before. I'm not so sure even point and condenser will revive it, but we'll see. See how bad that is? You can't really expect that to work too well, can you? I think I'll just pull the point and clean all this stuff up. The points are corroded right off. You can't really expect that to work. So I'll put this together and I'll see if I can find a mag that works better. Since that Magneto doesn't work, I'll try a different one. You gotta have one that's a clockwise rotation when it is, like it's counterclockwise, so the impulse is off, so it's clockwise impulse. So I'll put the mag on here, and I'll see if this one works. See if this mag has life in it. And it doesn't. So, make all the same checks we did last time. Yeah, this is a little little dirty, alright, so. Just enough to keep it from running. Let's see what that does. I don't need this M piece. Ah! What a difference. Just dirty points is all that was wrong, or all that's wrong with this mag. It's just dirty points that fixed this one. When this is lined up right, it should slide right in. There we go. See, this end's warm more than, no, I guess not, just the way it looks. I think this one's fine. What I will do, that makes a big difference on getting these things to work, as if everything's clean. Here's a little fiddle. You can play this and I'm beating someone cards and they complain. I'm gonna clean these off. See, these get dirty too. Oh, there's no way this cap will work. I'll use the original one off the tractor. It looks nice actually. I'll use the original one off the I-4. This one does look decent. Think, look at that, but there's no way this cap will work. It's missing an important piece. Let's just see what this. Look at there. Let's go over center. So this is the Magneto for the I-4 right now. This choke is seized, so you just tap it lightly with a hammer, and you see it's closing. It's gonna work. Just tap the. I think once I wash the carburetor, this will work properly, I think. There, I got my choke working. The throttle does work. This is more important than the choke, actually, because it's caught on wide open. It'll run away from you, and we don't want that. So this is actually a good little carburetor here. It's not all broke or anything. I think you'll be okay. Excuse the mess, I'm not the best housekeeper and I've been very busy lately, so I haven't had time to work on my little sort of shop. I use my pump house for my shop for now. Okay, carburetor. Let's see, screwdriver. Let's see if we can get her apart. No problem. I got new gaskets for this, so I'm not worried about buggering any up. Okay, there's the whole carburetor is tore apart and ready to bake. Ready to cook in the ultrasonic cleaner. Here's Simple Green HD Pro HD heavy duty cleaner. I'm gonna put a liter of that in here. There's a full liter right there. Put a liter of that in the pail. And about 3.5 of water I just put in this windshield wash jug. So put that in, that should be plenty of, this should be plenty of fluid for my ultrasonic cleaner. It's mostly suds now, but that'll change. It takes so long, it takes probably a couple hours for that to heat up temperature, so I preheat my fluid. That's why I use a steel pail. Quite boiling yet, but we're starting to get some steam and some rapid circulation. I think it's ready to go. There we go. Shows 68 degrees Celsius and it's warming up. I just let the float float, but I've got to let it clean the gunk off it. It doesn't hurt. There we go. We got the ultrasonic cleaner going now. So let it do its thing. Cleaned every orifice out of the carburetor now that well, now it's time to reassemble the carburetor. Okay, this is a coincidence, but we want the well, I'll just turn it over, see it's not, but you can just turn them over by hand as long as you turn them backwards. It's okay to turn them backwards. Just get to the 3 o'clock position like we were. So they're at the 3 o'clock position, so it's gotta be in time. There we go. I think we are laying over a little bit with this Magneto, so we'll put it back kind of where it was, and he'll be close enough to start it. Crucial, but this key has to line up with this notch. So I get as close as I can and slide it on. There it is. Oh, I dowed myself. I should. There it is. This gasket here is perfectly okay. Don't feel the need to change that. Here's the sediment bowl off the 4. I bathed in the ultrasonic cleaner, so it should be good. Blew everything out, put a new gasket on it, so put it on the I-4. Okay, I got the air cleaner pipe on, put a new hose. It's not great, it's new, but it's so old it's been sitting, so it's not that good. Got the line off in the line is plugged pretty well solid, so it ain't gonna run like that. Okay, I'll put the coil wire on first. These came off of parts W4, but we're not, well, it would run I think, but they're spark plug wires. I think the longest would be number 1. Number 1 goes in this hole right here. This is the number 2. Since it's 1, 3, 4, and 2, number 2 would go here. Here's 3. Here's 4. There we go. Those are done. Well, I think except for this, I got no starter. I took pretty much all the excuse away for why this thing won't run. I hate doing this on a tractor I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I'm almost absolutely certain I'm in time. So I'm gonna try cranking it. It's not something I like to do when I'm not familiar with the tractor though. I'm gonna try. Got choked. It's encouraging. That's encouraging. Well, I changed the bad spark plug, but that's how these are supposed to run. Well, we got it now that it's running good, but it does need an overhaul. It's smoking. Now these are different than W4. I learned something. Fourth gear probably. Dad was gonna get a super out and he didn't, but we're gonna try running this in the super in fourth gear. I think this one will even outwalk the super, which is a higher fourth than the regular 4. Another thing I learned, reverse, first, second is down here where third is up here where fourth is, where second is. Second and third are backwards in these compared to a regular W4 or H. I'm gonna just look at these, at the housing number. 8276DE, I gotta remember that. I can't remember. W4 and H, the back housing's the same, but this may not be. Well, God bless you. See you in the next video. Happy New Year. Have a great and prosperous New Year. And don't forget to like and subscribe.